I wanted to eat apple, so my wife threw this one for me. And this is a whole of apple. I called it a whole of apple because it is still complete. I have not removed anything from it. It is still intact. But my wife said I should divide it into two equal parts and keep one for her. So let me cut it into two equal parts. Okay, I have actually cut the apple into two equal parts. Now, can you still call this part a whole? No, this is no longer a whole. Instead, this is only a part of the whole. If I combine the two of them again, I will get one whole. But this is only a part of the whole. Now, if I should eat one from these two, I will say that I have taken one out of the two that I got from the one whole of the apple. So that will take us what we have for today. Fraction. What is a fraction? Fraction is a part of a whole. Yes, a part of a whole is what we call fraction. Now, I have a whole plantain here. If I cut this whole plantain into three, so I want to cut it to three. Now, this is only part of that whole I showed you earlier. So this is not a whole of plantain anymore. And I will call this one a fraction of that plantain. So, fraction is normally represented as A all over B. Yes, that is how we normally represent a fraction. A number on top and a number at the bottom. If I divide this whole of apple into two and shared one part, each of these parts is called 1 all over 2. So this is 1 all over 2. Now, if I take out this shaded part away, I will now call it 1 all over 2. I call it 1 all over 2 because the one whole of the apple was divided into two, and I only shaded one part of it. Now, if I happen to divide the apple into three, like I have here, and out of the three I divided it, and I take only two parts of it, then I will say that I have taken two out of the three that I shared the apple. So this is another example I have here. This is a whole. All of them is called a whole. Now in this whole, I will divide it into 5 equal parts. So look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now if I take only 3 out of the 5, which is 1, 2, 3, that is what I have here. 1, 2, 3. These 3 parts that I take from the whole of it is now called 3 out of 5. So this is 3 all over 5. In a fraction, the number that is written above the line is called numerator, while the number that is written below the line is called denominator. Numerator is the number that is written above the line in a fraction. It tells how many parts of the whole number that is selected, while denominator is the number that is written below the line in a fraction. It tells how many parts the whole number is divided. Okay? Now over here, you will see that this whole of apple here has been divided into 3. 1, 2, 3. So the number of parts the whole number is divided is the denominator, which is the 3 we have here. And how many is selected? Only 1, 2. So the part selected is the numerator. So we selected only 2 parts, 1, 2, which is our numerator. Now over here, how many parts is the whole number divided? Let's look at it. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But how many parts is selected? Only 3. 1, 2, 3. So the part that is selected is our numerator. and the number of parts the whole number is divided is our denominator. The whole number is divided into 5, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is our denominator. And only 3 parts, 1, 2, 3, only 3 parts is selected, and that is our numerator. Okay, then over here, the whole number is divided into 2. That is what we have here. And because the whole number is divided into 2, our denominator will be 2, and only 1 part is selected, and that is why we have 1 on top, which is the numerator. Okay, so we say that the numerator is actually the number of the selected parts, whereas the denominator is the number the whole body is divided. Okay, now we're actually going to look at types of fraction now. We'll be discussing only 3 types of fraction: the proper fraction, the improper fraction, and the mixed number. We have other types of fraction, but we'll just take only 3. The first one is proper fraction. Proper fraction is when the number at the numerator is smaller than the number at the denominator. Okay, just like a boy that is carrying 10 liters of water to go and fetch water. If you see a boy of 15 years carrying 10 liters of water to fetch water, you will say it is proper. Okay, that kind of thing is proper. Seeing a boy of 15 years carrying 10 liters of water to fetch water is proper. So when we see a number that is smaller at the top of the fraction line and the number, the one at the bottom is bigger, we call such fraction a proper fraction. Okay, so let's look at example of proper fraction. So these are examples of proper fraction: 3 all over 5, 7 all over 23, 8 all over 17, and they are all examples of proper fraction. So proper fraction is a fraction whose numerator is smaller than the denominator. Okay, now let's look at improper fraction. This is a fraction whose numerator is bigger than the denominator. Okay, like we have example here: 8 all over 5, 22 all over 7, 55 all over 9, etc. So when you have this kind of fraction, it is called improper fraction. Why? Because the numerator is bigger than the denominator. Now, the one we call mixed number is actually the combination of a fraction, and the fraction will be proper fraction, the combination of proper fraction and the whole number. So when you see proper fraction and the whole number together, it is called mixed number. Example: 2 whole number, 3 all over 7, 5 whole number, 6 all over 11, 11 whole number, 2 all over 13. All these are examples of mixed number. Okay, let's see how we can change number from mixed number to improper fraction. Okay, we have example here. Change the following mixed number to improper fraction. The first one is 5 whole number, 3 all over 7. The second one is 22 whole number, 7 all over 10. Then the third one is 8 whole number, 9 all over 11. Okay, let's look at the first one. Now, for us to change any mixed number to improper fraction, the best formula to use is this. I will say A whole number, B all over C. A is for the whole number, then B is for the numerator, and C is for the denominator. So what you normally do is you will first of all use the denominator to multiply the whole number, so that you now have A times C. Then after that, you now add everything to the numerator, then divide by the denominator again. So let me use this formula to solve this. Now 7 times 5, 7 times 5, then plus 3 all over 7. 7 times 5 is equal to 35, then plus 3 all over 7. 35 plus 3 is 38, then all over 7. Okay, that is the answer to that. Okay, let's take the second one. I will still use this formula. Okay, that is 10 times 22, 22 times 10 plus the numerator all over the denominator. 22 times 10 is 220, then plus 7 all over 10. 220 plus 7 will give you 227, then divided by 10. Okay. For the last one, I have 11 times 8. 11 times 8 plus the numerator all over 11. 11 times 8 is 88, then plus 9 all over 11. 88 plus 9, 8 plus 9 is 17. So carry 1, put here, it is 97 divided by 11. Okay. Try and see if you can do this TYA. Test your ability. Okay, test your ability with this. Okay, let's look at how we can change improper fraction to mixed number. Okay, the first one we have is A, 27 all over 5. Now before we change this, we are going to look for the multiples of 5 that is very close to 27, but not bigger than 27. Okay, so when we do 5 times 5, it is 25, but 5 times 6 is 30. So we will not take 30 because 30 is bigger than 27. So the next one we will take is this one. But how many is remaining? So we have to do 27 minus 25, which is 2. Okay, so from here we are going to take 2 and 25. We'll now write this number as 27 all over 5 is equal to 25 plus 2 all divided by 5. Now we'll come here, we'll split this number into 2 so that it will now give us 25 all over 5 plus 2 all over 5. So we can now divide here. 25 divided by 5 is 5. That is what we have here. Okay, then we'll now bring in 2 all over 5. So we can now combine the two of them. 5 whole number, 2 all over 5. Okay, let's look at how we can solve the second one. So in this one, we are going to look for multiple of 21 that is very close to 354. So let's look at the multiple of 21 that is very close to that. So 21 times 5. Here is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 105 is still small compared to 354. Okay, let me take it to 10. 10 times 221 will give us 210. It is still small compared to this one, so I have to remove it. Let me use 15. 5 here is 5. 5 here is 10. 1 here is 1. 1 here is 2. So let's add. Bring down 5 is 1 is 3. This number is very close to 354. Okay, then let's change this 15 to 16 to see if we can get a number that is very close or closer to 354. So I will change this 15 to 16. This is 6, this is 12, this is 1, this is 2. Okay, let's add 6, 3, 3. Okay, let's still change this 16 to 17 to see if we can get a closer number. Seven here is 7. 7 here is 14. 1 here is 1. 1 here is 2. Bring down 7. This is 5. This is 3. Okay. Now this number is now bigger than this number, so we will not take it. So we are going to go back to 16. This is 6, this is 2. So when we use 16, we have 336, which is very close to this number. And when we use 17, we got a number that is bigger than this, so look at the correct one we will use. So let's do subtraction. 3, 5, 4 minus 3, 3, 6. 4 minus 6 is not possible, so let's carry 1 to this place. Is 14. 14 minus 6 is 8. So we now have 4 here. 4 minus 3 is 1. 3 minus 3 is 0. So we just have 18. Okay, so we are going to write this number as 354 all over 21 will be the same as the number we have here, 336 plus 18 all divided by 21. Okay, so we can now split it here so that we now have 336 divided by 21, then plus 18 divided by 21. Now when we divide 336 divided by 21, we will have 16, so here will be 16, then plus something can go here. 3 here is 6, 3 here is 7. Now we can now combine these two so that we now have 16 whole number, 6 all over 7. Okay, that is how we can change improper fraction to mixed number. Okay, this is your TYA. Change this improper fraction to mixed number. Okay, thank you.